how will the halting of technological immigration visas impact the educational process and landscape?
Well, I'll start on that one. Look, I think it's certainly not helpful. You know, the United States for decades has been a talent magnet for the world, and our systems of higher education have been talent magnets. And the United States has benefited from that in innumerable ways. Yeah. Cutting off that kind of international aspect and the ability to have students from around the world it doesn't help the United States. I mean, they may say it does, but when you really think about it, it doesn't. So we're quite concerned with some of the recent orders that the administration has issued.
Yeah, I think it's a misguided policy.
I mean, it's not exactly what you're saying, but people very often don't realize that higher education is also a main export. You can actually export services when the consumer of the service, in this case the student, moves to the place. So every time we bring international students, that's a form of export, and it's one of the exports. It's one of the largest service exports in the United States, and it's one that has the most favorable balance of trade, because there's about 1 million students from other countries studying in the United States. The economic benefit is huge, both directly by the fact that they pay typically tuition and help subsidize the tuition for American students, but also all the economic activity that they generate. I mean, it's been estimated to be in the order of $38 billion a year. And then it creates all these goodwill ambassadors. And then many of them, the best of them, actually stay here and become that, fuel that magnet for talent. So one thing we need to realize is the crucial economic value of universities, both to the local communities, by, of course, recruiting and bringing all kinds of students, but in particular, international students actually represent not just a source of diversity, of greater learning. It enriches the experience of American students. It helps pay for some of the American students' education, but it's also has all these other effects. All those graduates have lived in the United States, have known about the advantages, and become the best advocates, the best ambassadors that the US has all over the world. Many of our graduates end up in positions of leadership. They become prime ministers, presidents, CEOs around the world. This is one of the ways the United States is able to influence for the good the rest of the world. So I hope we also see universities in that light.